Hi there, Amit here for Advices Media, and what we have here is the Gionee Dream D1, the flagship model from Gionee, which was launched recently, and the phone. And in this video, we're going to do the first boot up and show you the basic features and what all applications come pre-installed onto this smartphone. So overall, once you look at the device, you get a 4.65 Super AMOLED Plus display screen with a dual SIM support. The device comes with 1.2 GHz quad-core support, Jelly Bean out of the box, 8 megapixel camera with autofocus and 1 megapixel HD camera on the front, and this supports GTX HD speaker support. So let me just open this top cover and show you the actual phone. As you can see here, you have the camera and the speaker on the top. There is no physical button on the bottom. On the left you have the on-off switch. On the right you have the volume rockers, and on the bottom you have the 3.5mm headset jack and the microphone, and on the back you have the large 8 megapixel camera sensor along with LED flash, and you have the speakers on the bottom with the Gionee branding available here. As I had earlier mentioned in the unboxing video, this phone comes with two extra cases using which you can change the colors of the back panel of your phone. Apart from that, the phone has a very rich premium looking metal finish on the body, which doesn't look quite plasticky like the Samsung smartphones, and also comes with textured back, which is also a very good feature. Let me just boot this up for the first time and show you the device in action. So here's the logo of the Gionee smartphone. The phone comes with a decent battery capacity of 2100 mAh. So here we are onto the startup screen. We are done with the setup of the phone, and as you can see, we are actually onto the home screen. The home screen comes with few different home screen options. There's few different screens with few different widgets available on the screen. That's pre-installed widgets. There is a V9 search, which is not the default Google search widget, and this looks something different. Let me just check out what this actually takes you to. So it actually takes you to the Google search itself, but again it's not given the Google search icon there. And apart from that, you have got a new browser application which has just installed called the Secure Browser. Let me first go to the settings and check out the current OS version. So here in the OS, as you can see, it's Android 4.1.2 Jelly Bean out of the box, and there would be few new updates available soon. So most of the UI is actually customized. As you can see, there are a few customizations in terms of background wallpapers, few fonts, the layout, everything is quite changed in this specific smartphone. Even though we have just checked, it says the last update time has not been checked. That's quite confusing. Apart from that, let us just check out what all applications come out of the box. So then there are a handful of applications which come out of the box, like the Facebook, Twitter, which are those applications which normally everyone would like to install, and these come pre-installed onto the device. Apart from that, you get a lot of games like Fishing Joy, Texas Hold'em, and you also get the Kingsoft Office application, for using which you can access and also create new Word, Excel, PowerPoint kind of Office kind of related application files. There is a OneClean application which is actually for cleaning up your device, but you again have the CCleaner application coming up soon, so you don't need this because that is one well-known application. Apart from that, you have the Compass application which comes pre-installed. So actually the Compass application also is working perfectly after calibration being done. You have the Torch application, that's actually for the running the torch using the LED flash on the back. There is a voice search application which is actually Google Voice. Weather in Hyderabad. So it actually shows up the relevant information. So the voice search application is related to the Google Voice. You also get few other applications like WhatsApp, which is actually something you need to download, but these all applications already come pre-installed onto this device, so you don't have to worry about installing them again. I don't find any useless applications apart from a few games which have been pre-installed onto this, like the Micromax smartphones which come with MMS Hub, Micromax books, Micromax education, and some other useless crap application which not everyone would be interested in. Apart from that, let me just go to the camera application and check out the current camera quality. So here we have the camera application. Let me try to capture a picture here. The camera looks pretty decent enough, not as crisp. The pictures are not as crisp, but let me just go to the settings and check out the first available options here. So here, as you can see, the exposure is set at default. There are no color effects. You get scene mode options, which you normally get on all the other smartphones from based on Android. You have a beautiful continuous shot feature, which is the burst mode available by default, which is set at 40 shots, but you can increase it to 99 shots. So that's one amazing feature. You can set the picture quality from QVGA to 8 megapixel. Let me just set it up 8 megapixel itself. And now let me just try to capture a burst shot continuously by capturing 99 shots in one go. So let us just see how it goes. So actually, even though I had set up 99 pictures a shot, it had stopped at 40 pictures. Probably it's not accepting for 8 megapixel, but this is what you get. These are the pictures which we had just captured, and they look to be pretty crisp, even though it had taken a lot of pictures in one go. The brightness is not up to the mark in the default setting, so that is something you need to make a note of, but the continuous shot feature or the burst mode works pretty good on this smartphone. Apart from that, you have the option of HDR recording, wherein let me just give a check and then capture a picture. So yes, this turns out to be a pretty good capture when you enable the HDR mode. For video, you have different options, like you can set up the audio mode, you can create a time-lapse video using this smartphone, which was earlier available only on the Samsung Galaxy Nexus smartphones, and was also available through different applications but didn't come pre-installed. You have an option of selecting the video quality, which is low, medium, high or fine. So you can set that up, and then we'll upload a few videos with to give you a demo of the camera quality on this smartphone. Overall, as of now, it's quite impressive. Apart from that, let me just do a quick browsing check and show you the current browsing on Gionee smartphone. So here is the smartphone. As you can see, here's the website being loaded and the content is perfectly showing up here. Let's go to the landscape mode and check out the same. So yes, it's again showing up perfectly. There's no issue as such on the same. Let's go to a blog and try to even watch a video within the browser itself and check out how it loads up. So here we are onto our article. This is the mobile version showing up, and as you can see, the content is loading up perfectly with the video also embedded up here. Let's try to play the video. Surprisingly, there is some issue with the browser, not able to render the video perfectly. Let's not try to maximize the video, but let's just try to play the video in the small screen itself and see how it loads up. Okay, it shows up perfectly in this case, but when you maximize the same, it's flickering this way, so probably that's some issue with the player. The sound output is pretty good. Let me just go to the gallery and check out if there are some videos here. So yes, there are a bunch of few videos which come pre-installed onto the smartphone. Let's try to play the same and check out the sound output. It's at maximum. So since the smartphone comes with Super AMOLED HD Plus display, which means that the viewing angles should be pretty good, and as you can see, it's pretty good enough even though I'm placing the device or showing it to you in different viewing angles. The display is still pretty good, so that's a plus for the device. Apart from that, the camera is pretty decent enough. You get a pretty good processor, that's quad-core 1.2 GHz processor, and comes with a very good form factor and a very good decent battery capacity. Considering the price of around 17,999, that's around 18,000 rupees in the market. This phone should be available in the stores at around 15,000 rupees, which means that this is something which is better than the Micromax Canvas HD smartphone, because considering the price, the support which the company offers you in terms of the service centers, I would rather suggest you to go for Gionee rather than Micromax. But again, that's your personal choice. This is something which I would suggest you. So this was a quick hands-on review of the Dream D1 smartphone. We'll keep you updated with more benchmark tests and also show you the camera captures and compare it with the Micromax 8110 and then show you the actual outputs. So stay tuned on Advices Media and we'll keep you updated. Thank you.